Morning, lads and lasses. Hope you're keeping all right. Just want to do a few videos. This one's a very quick video, hopefully. Just for brand new wild campers, people that want to go wild camping, but they're not sure on how to start. So I'm going to do a couple of videos. One of them, this one, will be a quick one on just some basic gear you need. It's going to be cheap, it's going to be cheerful. I'm going to try and remember where I got it from and how much it was. So, wild camping, first thing, write a list. You need shelter. Shelter is obviously going to be your house. Now, do you want a tent? This is an Aldi tent, one-man tent, 20 quid. We've got my hiking tent, which is, it's a 3-man, it's a tent of 300. Cracking tent. It was a boots, I don't know, 90 quid, 100 quid, something like that. It's a bit too big just for like one person to go out with, you know, so it's really for me and more lass. What I tend to use is my tarp, which is military surplus tarp. This cost us, I think it was about 20 quid. I don't think I would have paid more than that for it. Gumtree, some local bloke. DD camping hammock, 25 quid through DD directly. Free delivery, very quick, excellent company. So it depends on what you want to do. If you're going to go for the tarp and the hammock, or even just the tarp, you're going to need paracord. Paracord, you can get 100 meters of that on Amazon, I think, or eBay, probably for a tenner less. So that's shelter. You know, you can get poles, you know, for your tarp or your basher. Well, what I've got is really a basher, not a tarp, which is just really a military term. But you know, pegs. I never take pegs. I never take poles, because when you go out, you're going to be using you know, sticks. You're going to be using wood, branches, and so on, things you find. But if you first start out, you might want to take some just to know that you've got them. But I'm going to move on. We'll do sleep next. Hello. So we've done shelter. Now sleep. Sleep. I've been using this British Army Arctic sleeping bag, which is, it's bulky, it's heavy, but it's lovely and warm. Some of the you know, the early spring nights, you know, when it's dropping down to sort of zero, below zero, that is just a brilliant bit of kit. 30 quid. I mean, you can get them in loads of different places. That I got, where did I get that from? I think it was, it might have been like an online sort of military surplus store. I'm not sure exactly which one it was, but 30 quid, including the compression sack. So yeah, you cannot grumble. The down sleeping bag of the equivalent might cost you 200, 300 quid. So that is a good cheap way to go for those cold nights, as long as you're prepared to carry it. Got the summer army surplus bag, sleeping bag. Now that was free, actually. I got that off someone who was in the army. And I'm sure you can just pick them up for cheap. It's out. You could probably get like a similar version at Go Outdoors or something like that for a few quid. One of the most important bits of kit in your sleep system, if I can show you that, is the bivy bag. Now it looks fairly chunky there, but it will just like crunch right the way down into pretty much nothing. It'll go into a dry bag without a problem, but that's going to keep you dry. It's going to give you an extra layer. So yes, there's a Van Gogh, which is, I mean, you know, it's sort of middle of the range. I've got me Arctic, I've got this, you know, if it looks like it's going to be a little bit nippy, and I've got the summer if it's going to be nice and warm. You just choose one. If it's summer now, choose one, kind of middle of the range one. Visit your army surplus stores or look online, have a look. Asda, I think it was about £8. Prices have gone up on them now, the inflatable, self-inflating mats. I think they've come on that, you know, that's a valuable piece of kit and people are buying them because it's a hell of a lot better than foam. But yeah, £7-8, you might spend 12, I don't know, have a look, but it's a good bit of kit. So there's the sleep. Right, so we've done shelter, we've done sleep, let's move on to the next one. Hi, food. Okay, now then, food, obviously very important. So your list so far, you've got your shelter, whatever it is you're taking, you've got your sleeping system, and now you've got food. And your food, it's not just about the food, it's about how you cook your food and what you put in it and so on. So yeah, I've been using these for years, since my army cadet days actually. Hexi stove, brilliant bit of kit, dead. It's obviously compact, look at that, nothing, it doesn't weigh anything hardly. I mean, you're not going to be able to cook a Sunday dinner on that, you know, but you can certainly boil up and heat up plenty of things out there, which we'll get to in a sec. Billy cans, ever a Billy can. By the way, you can get these from B&M's. It's a festival pack, it's about a £5. So you'll get one of them with some blocks, you'll get a knife, fork and spoon, and you get some mess tins, which is something else that I would usually use when I go out, until recently when I got this bad boy. But yeah, get that set, take it out, because you can use the mess tins on the fire, it's no problem. But anyway, yeah, this was about 15-ish quid. Absolutely cracking bit of kit. Love it. I've used it umpteen times, in the fire, hanging pots, on my Hexi stove. It's great, love it. Knife, fork and spoon, like I said, you can get them a £1. This is me titanium plates, which is more like well, it is a frying pan really, but again, that goes in the fire. Very expensive bit of kit for what it is. So cup with a little carabiner, it's quite handy. And a water bladder. This I got from Amazon. I got it on Amazon. It was about £8. 7 or 8 quid. It was good. It's not the best sort of, you know, water system in the world. It's just really a bag with carry-on water with a tube, so you can drink it on the way, but on the go. But yeah, that's some of the things that, you know, some of the equipment for food, actual food. Now, that's a dog's ball up there, you know, ignore that. Food bags, very important. Smash. And you can empty your smash into one of these food bags with some butter. You know, get all the air out, crunch it down. All of my food generally will fit into the billy can, or most of it will. Noodles, again, you can just break them up. I mean, they're all like the way they are. You can shove them in your pasta, whatever, you know, pasta sauces. If you're going to take sausages, again, stick some sausages into one of the freezer bags. And you can stick a bit of that in, you know, with the sausages or the bacon or burgers, whatever you're having. So basically you just empty the bag into your pan or whatever, and away you go. It's more, I think 30 for £1, something like that from B&M's. So yeah, that's food. I mean, it's up to you what you eat. Boil in the bag things, pot noodles, there's all sorts of different things that you can take, but it's up to you just plan your meals. That's all you got to do, plan them. Don't just take loads of rubbish, because you're going to end up just carrying too much. It's as simple as that. So plan your meals with some snacks and you're away. Okay, then we'll move on. What's next? We've done shelter, we've done sleep, we've done food. Now, there's warmth. Okay, be a minute. Heat. So, warmth. Now, warmth. I'll show you down here. Boots. If you do any walking, hiking, camping, you know, campsites, you're probably going to have some boots. Probably. Not essential, but they're going to keep your feet dry and warm and comfortable. If your feet are nice and dry and warm, then you're generally dry and warm. Combat jacket. I think I got that 30 quid, York Market. An extra waterproof layer should I need it, because the army jacket, although it's fairly slightly sort of waterproof, if it's a downpour, then I'm gonna need to change and get into something that's a bit more waterproof. So I can't remember what I paid for that. No idea. I'll say a tenner, but it probably wasn't. It's probably less. Hat. Get a hat. If you're out, you're going to lose a lot of heat through your head, and that'll make a hell of a difference in keeping you warm. Same as gloves. You don't necessarily need to wear your gloves, I think, if you're sleeping, but if you're out on the night time, you know, sitting around a fire, or, you know, doing a few jobs, it can get very cold very quickly. I've got some dry bags there. By the way, the hats I mentioned in the previous video cost us, I think it was $1.49. Bargain. Still using it. Gloves, they were not quite as cheap, but you know, not far off. So, you know, wear layers. You know, get a fleece, get a t-shirt. You don't need to go out and buy fancy Berghaus pants and all sorts and spend, you know, 300 quid on a jacket. If you can, great, go and do it. If not, just don't. You don't need it, you know. Just make sure you've got layers, some sort of a waterproof. Check the weather. Very important, check the weather. If you see that there's a little bit of rain on the weather report, don't worry about it. You'll probably live. Right, okay, now, let's move on. I'll just be a sec. Hello again. Right, I'm going to do some sort of miscellaneous things now, because you'll need some of them, very much so. You'll not really need some of them. It's up to you how you do your camping, really. Now, when we're cooking food, some people, you know, a lot of people now actually still will go, oh man, I didn't bring any washing up liquid. Oh God. You know, man, how am I going to wash all my pots and pans so I'm going to cook in the morning? Well, you don't need washing up liquid. You need one of them. You might also need some bread. Last time I went camping, well, maybe not the last time, but a few times ago, I took out some bread, and I had the customary meatballs and mash, and basically I just mopped up what was left in the billy can, popped a bit of water in there, boiled it up, and give it a good wipe over with this. It was absolutely gleaming, spot on. You can reuse these as well if you heat it up in the embers of the fire, if you're out for a few nights, you know, just in case you've got like food in it and that sort of thing. But yeah, you don't need washing up liquid, so forget that. Then you're going to go to the toilet, you might need some wipes. Get wipes, just a pack of wipes, small wipes, that's all you need. I mean, you can take toilet roll if you want. Absolutely nothing wrong with that. I've took it out generally myself a lot, but I find that wipes are just easier these days, and they just leave you cleaner. Again, little tiny sort of hand sanitizer, and never cans amiss when you're out in the field. You know, especially like I say, if you're cooking and things like that. Torches, you will need a torch. Now this, I think, was I'm sure it's like B&M's, or it could be Go Outdoors or something. A few quid. I mean, these are the cheapy ones, these ones, but they do the job. They do the job. Little tiny torch. I think it was like a quid or two from Asda. You know, absolutely spot on. I've got like a big, massive, what they're called. Oh, I can't remember the names. It's like an American company, big, massive thing. It's like a huge baseball bat, you know. I mean, yeah, great. It has a great sort of beam on it, but you don't really need that when you get loose, you know. So yeah, just keep it simple, keep it nice and comfortable for yourself. By the way, you can get these razor scourer things. I think like a pack of like 10 of them for probably like 50p or so. So yeah, there's that. Now, something else that is quite important that you'll need is a bag. You see that? This is my LK50. It's got my axe on there as well. That cost us, I think it was about 20 quid. You can get the LK35, which is what I actually bought, but sell as a 50. It's about sort of 17.50 from Military Mart. You're going to need to add things to it though. On another note, this is a 70 litre bag here. That cost us 30 quid through Amazon. I've just bought one for Hollyoaks, Peter. It's a 70 litre bag and that costs 20 quid. I've seen Go Outdoors actually are doing a 20 quid bag as well for backpacking. So there's plenty of offers out there. You don't need to go again and spend like, you know, 150 quid on a bag that's going to do the same job as something that you've bought for 20 quid. You just got to keep your common sense about you. Look at the reviews. You know, people who use these things, they'll put a review on, mostly, and they'll tell you whether it's good quality or not. So just research it before you buy it, really, and use your common sense. Right, now one more thing actually. So the bags, we've done the bags. It's these tools. Now you'll hear all sorts of waffle, tons of waffle, or you know, about the equipment that people use and all the technical specifications, and you know, I'm not really into all that. I'm not. I mean, I like to get out there. I like to have something that's functional. I like to be able to use, you know, the tools for that purpose. So I'm not going to go out and spend 100 quid on a knife. That this one, it comes in this plastic sort of sheath, which, you know, it's alright, it's quite handy. It's a Mora Companion, and I think when I got this, it actually cost us, it was sort of a tenner, about a tenner, but again, I've bought one for someone else recently, so that they can go out and start doing a bit of bushcrafty stuff, and it cost a little bit more, and I looked everywhere for it, but I think there was a bit of a problem with, I don't know whether there's been some sort of a change in British law about knives and who can sell them and so on, but anyway, it's a little bit more expensive. It was a little bit harder to get because I got mine from Amazon at first, and like I say, it was about a tenner, but I had to go elsewhere for someone else's recently. Yeah, I bought a sheath as well. That costs like twice as much as the actual knife. So you don't need to go that far. But the tobacco saw, I mean, this is an excellent bit of kit when you're out there. All you're going to do is once you get set up, you know, you're going to get your tent up, get your top or whatever, you've got your shelter going, you want fire. You want fire, so you're going to go and start collecting some wood. And that so is an absolute godsend. It's just brilliant. I mean, look at the size of it. It's nothing. And you can just hang it on your belt, you know. Anyway, it's light and it's so handy. So yeah. What about a map? Everything's wall. Wherever you're gonna go, I need to have a map. So yeah, I've covered quite a lot of stuff there. It's up to you to really pick and choose what you're going to be using, but just get out there, get out and do it. You don't need all the expensive gear. Keep saying, just keep it cheap and cheerful. You know, borrow some stuff. You know, if you know someone that goes out, borrow. But yeah, you can get some of this stuff really cheap. Just have a look online, eBay, Amazon, Gumtree, that sort of thing, and just get out and do it, man. We want to see you out there. Hey, quick note on fire. Okay, now, don't think that you've got to go out there with a fire steel. You know, you don't. Take a lighter. I've got a lighter. I've got a fire steel as well, but take a lighter. If the ground's wet, wood's wet, you know, you're inexperienced, you're going to go out there, you need to have a fire for warmth, cook your food on or whatever. It's just nice to go and have a fire, isn't it, you know? So yeah, don't feel like you have to go gathering tinder and, you know, try to get it all alight through a fire steel. You don't. That sort of thing comes later. What we're talking about now is just you getting out. You need to get out before you can start doing any of that sort of thing. So just bear that in mind. Just make it easy for yourself. Okay, don't get bogged down with all the technical stuff. Okay, so I'll do another one on places, like how you would find places. And how you'll sort of, and probably another one separate again on how you sort of set up a top, if that's the direction you want to go, because I like to keep things nice and simple. So I'll see you again soon. Cheers for watching. Ta-da.